Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Hockeyist. You may know us on the popular hockey website, thehockeyhost.net. I'm Stephen Ellis.
Howdy-ho, I'm Brendan Saunders.
And Brendan.
Me?
We have another guest who is technically a returning guest, but not really at the same time.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
are
that's
you?
true.
I'm Adam Nightingale.
All right,
nice to meet you guys.
What do you do?
Who are you?
I am the digital media manager for the York Simcoe Express, the AAA hockey club.
OHL Cup champions?
OHL Cup champions from last year.
Cameron Hillis.
Cameron Hillis, that's right. That's
Name
correct.
off other people.
Justin McPherson.
All right.
William Ham.
Anyways.
Tyler Boston.
Anyways, so
Sam Bennett.
last year we had Adam on the show, and the episode never aired.
It was actually our greatest episode. It was stupendous.
It was a great episode, but the audio corrupted, which technology.
It was so good that the audio could not handle
Exactly, it was tough.
Especially that guitar solo I did. When you guys were like this. And then I'll tell you, Gary Bettman is a slimy.
I don't remember that. Do you?
He could get out of hockey. He's a weasel.
He's not about a guitar in here, so I've seen him play guitar a few times. Anyways, let's talk about a hockey league. Let's talk about the Ontario Hockey League.
The Ontario Hockey League, great
So-
topic.
Or the kids say now, the OJ minus JHL.
I want you guys both to make one crazy prediction about this season. That could happen.
Peterborough's going to make the finals.
Okay, that's a really crazy one. What do we
Ooh, I don't know if I can top that. I'm gonna say Guelph makes the finals.
Hey, that's my
The
favorite
Guelph
team.
Storm.
That's my favorite team.
You said crazy. I went crazy.
I'm going to go say the Steelers game at the Suns. Could be
That's-
crazy too.
You know
but
what? That's not so crazy though.
They're a team that could have done better last year, but it was just, they didn't, unfortunately. But, alrighty, so why do you think Peterborough's going to make the finals?
Well, I say this because unlike years past where Barry's always a good team, I know everyone says, oh yeah, Barry's a good team. Kingston had a surprisingly good year until they got to the playoffs where they're like, hey, we finally won, first time since 1990. Okay, let's just lose. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, Barry's usually good. Kingston was surprisingly really good last year. I do like Spencer Watson. North Bay's and always their team that competes. Oshawa has been really good as of lately, especially when they won the Memorial Cup. But because they were all good at the same time, now you look at Barry. Their forwards are gone. You look at North Bay, not as many forwards, but if you look at Mike Amadio's gone, Matt Santos is gone, and Kyle Wood is gone on their defense. Jake Smith, Oakville, Ontario, is also gone. You look at a team like Kingston, all their guys have moved on. So you look at it, and it's wide open. Like, it's not anything like the West, where it's just like every good player has come to Erie, London, Kitchener, Guelph, sort of, maybe.
But didn't we, like, theorize that Guelph's coach was a coach or GM?
Oh, yeah, Mike Kelly. Yeah, we had a story about Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly, and I do like Mike Kelly. He was a nice guy when I met him. But we saw him at more Mississauga Steelheads games than Guelph Storm games. He literally showed up to all of the games we were at. He was there going, I wonder if I can take over this team.
It's like, can I play for this team?
Yeah.
But it's just really funny. We just saw him all the time. But, okay, then, who'd you say again?
Well, I said the Guelph Storm.
Storm, yes. Why Guelph?
Well, I don't actually think Guelph
Oh, how
is
dare
going
you.
to do that. You said make a crazy prediction. I do think, however, the Guelph Storm are on the right path. I think drafting Ryan Merkley was a very, very smart decision by them. I think it builds a good foundation for their future. I think Guelph really needs to take a look at their goaltending situation over the next couple of years, though.
That's always been an issue.
Exactly, right? I think the Storm are going to be a good team in a couple of years down the road. And, you know, Brendan, you mentioned Cameron Hillis. It doesn't look like Hillis is going to sign with the Guelph Storm this year. It sounds like he's going to pursue school and possibly the NCAA next year.
Just like this guy works for York Simcoe Express. He knows what he's talking about.
So it does sound like he's going to pursue the NCAA next year. As you know, he was drafted by the Youngstown Phantoms in the USHL draft this year.
It's a good team.
So it does seem like they're losing out a little bit on not having him join the team, but they are on the right path.
And again, they do have a lot of 98s. Like, you look at their team, you look at Hotchkiss, you look at Smith, you look at Kyle West, even though they didn't give him any ice time. God. You look at Berghardt, you look
West
at...
was a good OJHLer. So.
Yeah, no, he was good as a rookie, 31 points in 51 games. Can't complain about that. A 7th-round pick, too. But, I mean, he was a steal. Berghardt, Scully, I think Brock Phillips can always improve. A goalie I like is, he played on the Quincy Red Devils for the 99s, Anthony Popovic. And he's their goalie coming in now. And they did bring in Liam Herbst, who's a former first-round pick of the OHL. Now, he'll be someone to learn off of. And I'm excited for Popovic because he didn't really get the time or space in Wellington. They had former York Simcoe Express goalie as their starter. But I am looking forward to them and their 98 class generally because that's the class that's moving up. And I mean, the 99s, I would have rather had them develop in Junior A, Stevens, Ratcliffe, and Deacon Poots. But I mean, they've generally, and Schnar.
Anyways, that's all we're going to talk about right now for OHL. We're going to go to a break and we're going to talk about seeing teams like London and we'll see how that goes. welcome back to the Hockey House. Now, are you guys ready to talk about good hockey teams?
Absolutely.
No, I want to talk about all those bad ones.
Okay, we're going to talk about a lot of teams from Division 25 German League.
Yeah.
Or not. So let's talk a bit about teams like London and Kitchener. So for example, London, that's a team that was really good the last few years, and they're, again, favorites.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
So what do you think they're going to do?
You know what? I honestly think the London Knights have a great chance at repeating as Memorial Cup champions overall this year. I think you look at the players that they still have. You know, if Matthew Tkachuk doesn't end up playing, in the NHL this year and he comes back down, you still have Matthew Tkachuk. Look for Robert Thomas, who was one of the better picks from last year.
York Simcoe Express.
York Simcoe Express again. What a coincidence, right?
You're saying that.
Look for him to take a bigger role. Look for the London Knights to have him take that next step forward. I don't think he's going to be their Mitch Marner of the future per se, but look for them to have him take that next step forward. You also have guys like Max Jones that are returning from that Memorial Cup champion team, and even potentially Mitch Marner coming back. Right? I think they have that chance that they can go and say
a chance.
I think they have that strong chance where they can look at their team and say, we are good. We're almost as good as we were last year. We still have a definitive chance to win.
Yeah, no, I think them and the St. John Sea Dogs have a great chance on winning. I think they have guys like Cliff Poo coming back, another guy, Carl Sherwood.
Ian Blacker?
Oh, yes, Ian Blacker there. Liam Foodie is another guy.
Yep.
Although I'd rather see him go to junior A, just get the ice time. I mean, London is a stacked team. It's hard. We saw Rob Thomas last year. Actually, we talked to him a couple times when he got scratched. And, I don't know.
That was the guy that you just point out every time.
Yeah, hey, Rob Thomas. Hey, oh, God, it's that guy again.
He's a very quiet guy.
Yeah, he'd be scratched a lot. We'd just be like, do you play? But he's a good player.
You know what though, and that's part of being a rookie, right? And like you say, I know these guys from York Simcoe. Rob Thomas and Aiden Brown are two guys that I developed good friendships with. Aiden plays on the Barrie Colts, and he was scratched a lot last year, right? But he knows that that's part of being a rookie. He knows that's part of making that process to become an everyday player. For example, this year Barrie's lost a lot of guys. Mangiapane, Roy Radke, LeBanc, Dylan Sadoway, Justin Scott, guys like that won't be back. So it's times like these for the guys that are in their second year, their sophomore year, to take that next step forward, especially in training camp. That's when they need to take that step up and show the coaching staff that, hey, I'm ready for this more responsibility. I want to be in the lineup every single day.
Now, what about Kitchener? That's a team that they could be really strong in.
Well, yeah, I like Kitchener because Adam Askerton had a great season last year. Has an outstanding shot. That thing's like a bullet on steroids.
Oh, that guy's a great player.
Jerry Baracco and
Panther prospect.
Yeah. Same with Johnny Yang too. Both of them very close together.
Remember when we saw Yang play and you're like, he was playing like the OHL Cup's going on and we're watching him. What tournament was he?
The Omei Chase.
Omei Chase. Yeah, like all the best players were in Toronto and he was out in Oakville.
Yeah, and he was really good. And apparently he's good at lacrosse too. Well, throw that out the window because we're not talking about Brendan Smith's brother. But no, Kitchener is a good team. I mean, Jeremy Baracco, Dylan DePere, if he does come back. I think Dawson Carty's going to be their goalie, but they have a situation in Kitchener where they have 800 goalies. So, I mean, they're going to choose between one of those 800 goalies.
Well, like they know Jacques LaFontaine's not coming. So.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, another team I'm very excited to see is Windsor. Now, Windsor is stacked like a pancake house. They didn't trade for much for Jeremy Addison. But, I mean, their team, I can't wait to see the London-Windsor, but Kitchener does look strong. Like they usually do, they do look strong. Jeremy Brock and Adam Askerton are going to be heavyweights on that team.
But yeah, that's a team that's really strong offensively. Like, they got some questions in goaltending, but like overall, like I'm really impressed with their offense. And again, Adam Askerton's a guy that will be really good someday.
Absolutely. Another team that I'm looking forward to seeing this year is the Mississauga Steelheads. I'm looking forward to seeing guys like Owen Tippett take that next step forward, like we mentioned, right?
He was good at the Ivan Holinka tournament, which unfortunately Canada did not have
You
a lot
suck,
of good
Canada!
Yeah, you know what? And, he's got a good shot and he's got good speed. I'd like to see him use it a little bit more to his advantage. I think part of it being a rookie is you're playing a role, which is the opposite of what you would be normally doing in the NHL, where you're just there.
Well, another guy that I think is going to be fun to watch is Ryan McLeod, because we saw how much of an improvement Michael McLeod made.
Absolutely.
Ryan McLeod's going to be given a lot of chances this year, and he's an extremely fast skater. And I would have liked to see a bit more from him at the Holinka, but I think that was just a team that just struggled in general.
Yeah.
But for him, like, he's a talented player, and he's going to be playing in a good role.
And the East is wide open. I mean, they could make the finals. That's why I said Peterborough, just because.
Well, they now got the goalie, too.
Yeah, Matt Mancini, former Peterborough. Hey, how about that?
And they got the defenseman.
They have a lot of prospects coming in. Like, one of the prospects is from Junior C. He also played for, same as Anthony Popovic with the Quincy Red Devils. And I forget his name. His name escapes me, but he's a good prospect. I mean, his name escapes me.
Escapes me? That's a weird name.
It's like this, hey, there's his name. Goodbye.
Anyways, that's what we're going to talk about junior hockey, unfortunately, right now.
Oh, God.
When we come back from the break, we're going to talk a lot about the NHL. We're going to do our season preview. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup? Who's going to come last? Who's going to get the first overall pick? We'll see you later. welcome back to the Hockey House. I do want to give a shout out to someone in this studio named Brendan Saunders. What did you win again?
I won an Aurelia race. It was like a
running race,
triathlon.
yeah.
I got first overall, and they gave me a giant non-alcoholic mug thing, but it's 7 liters. So I was like, oh, okay, dump this, and then I stole all their Gatorade. Unfortunately, it was T2, and it was the orange one.
You know where you should take that? You should take it to free Slurpee Day at 7-Eleven.
Oh.
God, get some free water.
That's...
I love water, yes I do. It's cold as ice, and so are you.
I got a reward for you.
What?
You get to guess which player this is.
Jeremiah Addison?
Nope.
7th round pick of the Montreal Maroons?
Nope.
Oh, close enough.
He may be a current player.
Wait a minute. I'm thinking of my old guitar teacher and how they all look exactly alike in this place that I'm talking about. They all have those sort of kind of noses, but not really. Andre Markov, I knew it!
So, usually I bring really, really strange ones on. Like last time I brought in my my Antarctica thread jersey thing. This time I brought in one I bought at the CNE for $50. So,
What a steal!
I just want to show that this is probably the most normal one I have out of my collection of about 30-something.
Well, I mean, we are in the city of Toronto, and you are showing a Habs jersey. So I mean, that is kind of abnormal.
Yeah. Did you like it? Your
I love
favorite?
it. I love it.
All right, let's talk about the NHL. So that's something we don't typically do.
The Montreal is the new York Simcoe's logo. York Simcoe, congratulations! You won a year's supply of Graham Not Montreal Canadian limited edition threads. Even though he doesn't play for them, wasn't drafted by Whitmer, and he liked that. Anyways.
Okay, so what do you guys want to talk NHL-wise?
Well, I guess we're going to talk about who's going to win, who's going to be great, who's not going to be great, who's still going to be great.
Let's talk about who's going to suck this year.
Okay.
I want to say, as hard as it is for me to say,
Can I guess?
go for it.
The team that's in their 50th anniversary, or 100th anniversary.
No.
Oh, really?
How?
Oh my God, who is
No.
it?
My guess, my prediction, it's going to be the Edmonton Oilers. They've taken great strides moving forward and great progress, but I don't think they're there yet. I think they need a number 1 goaltender. I think you need a number 1 defenseman. I don't think Darnell Nurse is quite ready to be
Or
that.
Adam Larson.
I don't think Adam Larson's
I
ready
do like
for that
Adam
either.
Larson, though.
You know
They
what,
trade a
though?
lot of scoring.
I like that pickup. I like that pickup of Adam Larson for one reason, that it brings experience and it brings someone that can eat those minutes.
I think Taylor Hall's a good player. I know you don't.
Oh, God.
But let's just put it this way. They trade away a good scorer, but they get a defenseman that now makes the team a better team.
Absolutely.
And yeah, they did lose the scoring, but they just drafted a really good goal scorer.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
they got Milan Lucic to add to it. So, I think the team may be better than it was before. It's going to suck losing a guy who could score 30 goals a year, but it's a team that looks better. But at the same time, I think there's still some concerns. The defense is still concerning. Can Cam Talbot really be the starting goalie? Who knows at that point? Who's even their backup now?
Isn't it? Oh, it's
They've gone through so many.
Escaping names.
It was Anderson, wasn't it? No, Anderson was one.
No.
Was it Gustafson?
No. I think it might be.
It'll probably be someone we should remember. I know it's not Patrick Gibson. Anyways, Edmonton's a team that we think is not improving. Another team that a lot of people are kind of writing off, but I think is actually going to do really well this year, are the Coyotes. Because that's a team that could likely get Strome.
I hope not, though. Develop.
Who else are they going to get?
Well, I mean, they have their Shane Doan, the endless wonder, never seems to retire. Now, I can't remember what he said, but someone said he likes sucking, and it's true. The guy is on Phoenix just to suck. I mean, they're young guys. I'm really, really excited to see how Max Domi progresses. He had a great rookie season, and now they've got.
He was at 16 Mile not long ago, and then he was also training it up for the BioSteel camp.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm really excited. Anthony Duclair as well. I like the 2 young guys, and now moving to a younger core. We're looking at guys like Perlini, Christian Dvorak, Ryan Merkley, Lawson Krause. I think is terrible.
I love that pickup.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was.
You liked the pick too.
No, it was. Well, the thing I didn't like was you never trade first-round picks. That's what Punch Imlach. All you kids out there, he used to wear a fedora. He died before I was born, but...
Austin Washcrack, who was also on the show last year, he also wore a
fedora.
Has
never trade first-round
been on the
picks.
show?
Yes.
Not yet.
Avery wears a fedora, though.
He does.
Let's all wear fedoras. But never trade prospects, never trade first-round picks. Punch Imlach said that when he was on Buffalo, and they were a terrible team last place, but he got the French connection, and then they were a Stanley Cup contending team. So never trade prospects. Florida, bad job, you stink.
That was a strange thing, because Florida's done a lot of good things the last couple of years, and then they just go out and trade a top 10 prospect. I'm not sure about that one.
You know what? I think Florida surprised a lot of people last year. I think a lot of people weren't expecting them to go as deep into the playoffs, or even make the playoffs for that matter, right? The Panthers have done a great job with adding players. The thing that they need to add is fans. They
Yeah.
need to get people in the seats.
Or move that team to Quebec City, Hamilton, Saskatoon, or Markham.
I've
a
never
lot
heard
of
you say that
variables.
before.
Oh,
This is the
really?
first time I've ever heard Brendan ever suggest the idea of expansion. Or,
Well,
sorry,
reduction.
relocation.
Reduction
What's
and
wrong with
relocation.
Halifax? You don't like Halifax?
Well, there's one thing I have
Maybe
problem.
like the Northwest Territories.
What about a Frank Pietrangelo card, limited edition Hartford Whalers? I have it in my basement if anyone's willing to buy it right now. Frank Pietrangelo.
$30.
Sold.
Boom. But no, I think one of the last place teams, there has to be a last place team, or try to be a last place team, is Toronto. Try to get
Yeah.
Nolan Patrick. Try to get that first overall pick again.
Here's the thing. Frederick Anderson's best goalie they've had in years.
Well, I don't know about that.
But
Reimer was really good.
let's also put it this way. I think fans have said that with the acquisitions of Raycroft, Toskala, and
Everybody.
Bernier,
Jagier.
Jagier, and we're still sitting at the point where the Leafs have still not improved. Like, people say this will be year 2 or year 3 of the rebuild. No, it's like year 50 now.
You know what, though? I think what Leaf fans are starting to realize, though, is that this is the way it should have been done in the first place.
Yes.
When Brian Burke took over the Maple Leafs, Brian Burke wanted to make a quick fix. He wanted to add players here and there that could easily get them into the playoffs. It didn't work.
He was
I
terrible.
think Leaf fans are more patient now and are more understanding with the way that
'Cause they
Brendan
have to
Shanahan-
be. They're used to it now.
Exactly. I think Brendan Shanahan and Mark Hunter have done a better job of
Well, maybe not Shanahan. More Mark Hunter.
I think they've done a better job of explaining what their process is. I honestly think the Maple Leafs could pose a threat to make a playoff run this year. I think if all things go right, which we know in Toronto Maple Leaf land they don't always do, very rarely do. I think the Maple Leafs could make that opportunity. I think they could take that opportunity and run with it. You've got guys like Austin Matthews coming in who's ready to make that break in the NHL.
I've never heard of him. Who is he?
He's apparently this really good player that came from the U.S. Not really
Should
sure.
have traded him for Max Domi, Anthony Duclair, Kristen Dvorak, Aiden Hill, maybe some picks, Dakota Murmas. I really like him. Then sign Mark McIver, Cole Martin, and then Austin Sodner.
That's not a fair trade at all.
No.
What are you talking
No.
about?
Well,
I
you
don't
throw
even
in,
think, I don't even
first
think you
round.
can make that trade in NHL 17.
Well, I
They'd be
just
like,
did.
they'd be like, you are now banned from life.
Yeah.
But,
But you know, I think the Leafs have a chance. The only team I think that has a chance of rebounding after an awful season last year is Winnipeg. I think you look at
They got to fire that coach. Though. Paul
you
Maurice
know what? No,
sucks.
I think you look
He
at
is
the I
awful.
think you look at the prospects that they have coming in. Josh Morrissey, Nick Patan, Scott Kosmachuk coming up. You look at guys like their goaltending, Eric Comrie, Connor Hellebuck. If you
That's
can
a fun goaltending.
if you can find a way to move Andrei Pavlik and somehow move Michael Hutchison, which would be easier than moving Pavlik, I think you can run with that. Maybe bring in a veteran goaltender to sort of be that tutelage type of thing. But I think the Jets have a good chance of rebounding. I think with the newly named captain of Blake Wheeler, the new leadership there after Andrew Ladd is gone, you have Mark Scheifele and you have Dustin Bufflin as your alternate captains. I think you have a team there that wants to make that change.
I know. I actually have to agree with you. Of course, as Montreal could also be put there. We're going to go to break. We come back. We're going to talk about the actual good teams in the NHL. And I guess we'll wrap that up for today. So. Welcome back to the Hockey House. Now, I know we all are thinking this. The London Knights should win the Stanley Cup this year, but they can't, unfortunately.
They can't?
There's some rules.
I was going to say the York Simcoe Express.
The York Simcoe Express, yes. They're really
Those
good.
are my two picks for the finals. I could better get my money back for that guy. Them or Leicester City to win the Stanley Cup.
I was also going to say Las Vegas.
Well, yeah, Las Vegas, a really good team. You know, like Vancouver Millionaires. We gotta get some good chances there.
Those brown threads.
Let's talk about the teams who are actually going to compete for the Stanley Cup this year. I did see that in Las Vegas, some random betting company said Chicago was going to win the Stanley Cup this year.
You know what? I think the Blackhawks have a good chance.
Yeah.
I think year in and year out, the Chicago Blackhawks have a team that constantly contends for the Stanley Cup. You look at guys like Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, Brent Seabrook, and Duncan Keith, guys like that. Those are guys that are used to a winning environment, and I think that having that there, whether that be on the world stage or in the NHL, I think that's going to help lead them. They have a lot of younger guys coming through the system. Obviously, with the salary cap, they have to make adjustments. But I think the Blackhawks are easily one of the favorites to win the Stanley Cup again.
No, yeah, I think another team. Now, I know we trashed them on Team North America on our other episode, but I am excited to see Detroit. I do like the Red Wings.
Really? You like Detroit?
Who? Well, I don't like Ken Holland. You stink. Like, someone else is drafting Datsuk and Zenenberg. It was not you. Like, you were going like, I wonder what mayonnaise I should put on my sandwich. Ken, we're going to draft some guy named Pavel Datsuk. Quiet him. Thinking,
Ken wanted to pick that imaginary player that the Sabres drafted.
Yeah.
oh, yes, Rasmus Winky
He
did.
went for the redraft.
Yeah, he
I was
wants to
like, I wonder if I
redraft.
can draft him again. And they're like, no, he's not real.
Hey,
Ken.
is Brendan Saunders available? I heard he's a really good runner.
I wonder if he's born yet. Hello, Mr. Saunders? Yes. How old's your son? 2. Okay. In 16 years, call me back and okay. who is this? Goodbye. I think Ken Holland just called us. But no, I don't like Ken Holland. His draft picks are kind of too terrible.
Anyways.
But I do like the additions of forwards they got. They stacked their line. Like, even if Datsuk leaves. Now, Datsuk, he was a good guy, but I'm not sad that he's leaving to get guys like Timu Polkinen. I know he's coming off surgery, and that's going to be a big step for him. Guys like him, guys like Yurko, guys like Tatar. Yeah, no, Vanek. Now, I'm really excited about Vanek and Nielsen. They played together before, and they're going to play with Tatar in the Team Europe roster. So I'm excited for them. I'm excited for Polkinen. The one thing I'm not excited about is their god-awful defense. Lord,
wait
help
a minute. I thought you were the biggest Brendan Smith fan in the world.
Well, when he played for the Wexford Raiders for like 9 games and they traded him, I was like, wow, Brendan Smith, one day he's going to be in the NHL. But he did.
First round draft pick.
I know. Oh, God.
You just sound like Brendan Smith.
But, I mean, Peter Mrazek's an outstanding goalie. I really like Peter Mrazek. Jamie Howard is not. I can't believe they didn't trade him. I did have a trade. I told you about that. A trade to work out where they traded Calgary with, like, Luka and Denny and Brendan Miller, get a first-round pick, maybe swap that to Phoenix, then get, like, Jacob Chikrin, another second-round pick. That other second-round pick can be Adam Brooks. They could draft in the first round Julian Gauthier, and then they could also draft Braden Burke, who didn't get drafted.
Instead, let's go draft a junior A guy.
Yeah, Devin
He has this all
Kalowski.
planned out, doesn't he?
Oh, he like emails the Red Wings every year, like, here's what you should do.
I did?
Anyways, here's the team I think can actually win the Cup. I've said that they're going to make the finals 2 years in a row. Now I'm going to put in 3 years in a row. Nashville. They finally have a guy like PK Subban who's so determined to prove the Canadians wrong, go out there and win. That's a team that's developed really well over the last few years. We've seen Forsberg playing great. People don't like Pekka Rinne. I like Pekka Rinne. Pekka Rinne is a good goalie.
You know what? I think that trade Weber for Subban not only shook the hockey world, but it shocked the hockey world.
Yeah.
I think that if it works out the way that the Nashville Predators are hoping, I think they have a steal. PK Subban has shown time and time again that he can be that offensive threat from the blue line, but not only that, he can be that stability on the back end. I think you pair that with
Roman Josi.
you pair that with Roman Josi, you get that stability and you get that dynamic duo going, and it could prove to be lethal.
I kind of made a suggestion on our the Hockey House 5-hour podcast that it'd be interesting to see what if you put
Ryan Ellis?
Yeah, Ryan Ellis and Subban together because they played well together for Team Canada. And then you put Josi and then Yannick Weber. They've played together for Team Switzerland multiple times. Yep. Yannick Weber's not a great defenseman, but he's not a terrible defenseman. I just think give him a chance. He's a good enough player. And I could be biased. In NHL 10, he scored 41 goals for me. So he actually made me trade Subban because he was playing so well. But it was funny that they go out and sign Weber. It was just the biggest troll of all time, I think, in free agent frenzy. It's like, hey, let's go let's go sign this guy with the same last name. Another quick team I want to say, Tampa Bay. That's a team that's got incredible young guys. Like with Winnipeg, that's a team that can really go far. But I want to go quick from both of you guys. Who are the 2 teams in the finals?
I want to say the San Jose Sharks. I think they had a great run last year. I think they're going to build off that this year. I think they're going to take that next step. I think they've got a lot of younger guys that are coming through that have now had that experience in the playoffs, like in the dog days of the playoffs, and they're going to help them go through.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh because Matt Murray's a good goalie, and then Chicago just because they make it every other year.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same 2 teams I picked the last couple of years. I know it's unoriginal, but I'm going to go with Nashville and Tampa Bay.
Hey, that's not original.
I hope that's not I think it's going to work. Anyways, that's all we have. Anyways, that's all we have for today's episode. Don't forget to check out thehockeyhouse.net for all episodes of the TV show and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Steve Ellis.
I'm Brendan Saunders.
And I'm Adam Nightingale.
Thanks for watching.